Today we're going to discuss what an overstay appeal is and everything that it involves. Firstly, I'd like to introduce myself. I am Nicola and I am from Lochner Immigration, and we focus primarily on South African immigration, and we do everything in our clients' best interest to get them into this country legally. So, overstay appeals, what are they and why do we have to go through this process? So if you have submitted an application in South Africa already and the application has not been processed and is still pending at the head office in Pretoria, then you are technically unable to leave the country. If your current visa has expired and you are left waiting and waiting and waiting for the outcome of your visa, which in this day and age may take months, you will have to then attempt to leave with proof that you have submitted an application. Now, unfortunately, we used to have a directive that used to cover any applicants that have stayed and been waiting for their outcomes, and have unfortunately been in the position where they have expired. But now the directive is no longer available, and we are having to do overstay appeals like they're coming out of our ears. So an overstay appeal is you get deemed undesirable in terms of section 30.2 of the Immigration Act, and when you leave, you're issued a form at the border control that states that it's called a Form 19, and it says the amount of days that you have been in South Africa illegally, and then you are sent on your way. Now, you're banned for up to 5 years. It can be anything from 1 to 5 years, but if it is under 30 days you've been illegal, then you'll be banned for 1 year. If it's over 30 days, you'll be banned for 5 years. And this is a true nightmare for anyone wanting to travel back and forth into South Africa. This is a very unfortunate and unfair process, and it entails a lot of administration and a lot of patience and it has a lot of frustration involved. So we have to compile a document and an application to present to the Department of Home Affairs via email within the first 10 days of your arrival in a foreign country. And it is paramount that you submit this application within those 10 days, or else you have missed the gap in which you qualify for an overstay appeal. The application is submitted via email, and you sit and you wait and you wait and you fight. It is best to get legal representation at this point, because you most likely will not get an outcome without extra clout and extra push, because that department, the Overstay Appeals Department, is inundated and they do not have enough staff. And unfortunately, it takes intense amount of, I wouldn't like to use the word harassment, but it takes an intense amount of work and labor to get a response and to eventually get your letter that confirms that you're no longer undesirable in this country and your ban has been lifted. And then with this letter that is signed by the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Motsoaledi, then you are able to get on board a flight and travel back to South Africa. However, their systems may not be updated, so you will still and most likely will encounter trouble at border control. However, with this letter, it is like carrying a piece of gold, and they should let you in.